All right, so the topology is here. The packet tracer file that I promised is uploaded with this lesson. And so we can focus on the tasks. Our first task is to configure host names on all routers. And I'm actually going to skip this because we will configure host names on routers once we start configuring IP addresses. Second task is to set up HFC and PSTN clouds. And that's something I want to show you. So on the HFC cloud, I'm going to go to Ethernet 6 and select cable. And then on coaxial 7, you can't really, there's nothing to configure. When you go to cable under connections, you need to create this connection. So this is similar to frame relay. We need to actually create this connection between interface coaxial 7 and Ethernet 6, which is where we connected our HFC network router. So I'm going to add that, and that's it for HFC cloud. We're going to go into PSTN. For PSTN, we chose modem 4, I believe, and this is something that you absolutely don't have to configure. We don't have any phones in this network, so I'm just going to skip this. And then Ethernet 6 is the interface we used to connect our DSL network router. And DSL is already selected here, so let's go to DSL under connections, and we want to connect these two interfaces. And then that's pretty much it. I believe I have explained how to do this in this exercise guide. So we can continue with our third task, which is to configure IP addresses on all router interfaces, PCs, and servers, except for DHCP on these devices, PCs D, E, F, and G. These are these PCs right here in the user networks of HFC and DSL, so they should be DHCP clients, which means that these routers that we will use as gateways for them will provide DHCP to those computers. And then routers HFC home and DSL home should be both DHCP client and server. What this means is we already explained how these routers are going to be DHCP servers. So they're going to serve these computers right here, which are going to be DHCP clients. But what do we mean by HFC home router should be a DHCP client? Well, as a client of a cable service provider, you might not always have a static IP address. So what this means is we will configure this interface not with a static IP, but with DHCP. And then this router right here, HFC network, will be a DHCP pool for this network right here. Now, we have put only one client in this network, but obviously you could have several clients or thousands of clients potentially. Okay, let's start from router 1, for example. There's lots to do here. I will, as I configure IP addresses on interfaces, I will of course power on those interfaces, and that's how we'll know which ones are configured and which ones are not. So I'm going to need to see this diagram in order to know which IPs to configure. So I'm going to move things a bit. All right, starting from router 1, enable configure terminal, host name, router 1. And then let's start with serial interfaces, serial 000. This is going to be the DCE side, so I want to make sure that I configure clock rate for 4 million. And then IP address 5101.255.255.255.252, no shutdown. And then we can go to serial 001. Clock rate 4 million, IP address 5201.255.255.255.252, no shutdown. By the way, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give routers with a smaller number in the router name. They're going to get the smaller IP address. I don't really know if that's a good enough explanation. So for example, router 1 has a lower number in its name than router 2, obviously because 1 is less than 2. And that router is going to get 5101, and this router is going to get the higher IP address 5102. So just so you know, the only interface left to configure on router 1 is this Gigabit Ethernet 0/1 interface. So I'm going to go with that. Interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/1. IP address 13.081.1.255.255.255.0, no shutdown. Router 2. Enable configure terminal, hostname router 2, interface serial 000, IP address 512.255.255.255.252, no shutdown. And then let's go to interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/1, IP address. Where's the IP address? It's 31. Okay, so we have 3 routers here connected to a switch, so we will have 3 IP addresses. That's why /30 would not be enough. So we want to say 31.001.255.255.255.248. That's the /29 mask. And then we want to say no shutdown. And then since this interface right here is connected to a switch, it's going to go up immediately because switch ports are switched on by default. Let's go to router 3. Enable configure terminal, hostname router 3, interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/1, and we're going to say IP address 31.002.255.255.255.248. No shutdown. We want to go to interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/2, IP address 32.001.255.255.255.0, no shutdown. And then since we only have one PC in this network, let's configure it with an IP address 32.002, for example, 255.255.255.0, and then gateway is 32.001. And that's it. Let's go to router 4. Enable configure terminal, hostname router 4, interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Yes, IP address 31.003, 255.255.255.248, no shutdown. Then we want to go to interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/2, IP address 001.255.255.255.0, no shutdown. Let's go and configure the PCs. It's going to be 33.002, for example, 255.255.255.0, and then gateway is 33.001. I'm going to copy that because I'm lazy. And configure PCC. So IP address there is going to be 33.003, mask 255.255.255.0, and then gateway is 33.001. Moving on to router 5 here. Enable configure terminal hostname router 5, and then let's start from serial 001, excuse me, IP address 5202, 255.255.255.252, no shutdown. Moving on to gigabit Ethernet 0/1, IP address 7 tab 7301, and then mask is /30, no shutdown. Going into gigabit Ethernet 0/0, IP address there should be 5301. No shutdown. Let's go to router 6 now. Enable configure terminal, hostname router 6, interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0, IP address is 5302.255.255.255.252, no shutdown. Interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1, IP address 20.0.0.1.255.255.240. Whoops, that's actually /28, and /27 would be 224, right? So if you make a mistake like this, you don't really have to use the no word in front of the command to undo it, since you can only have one IP address on one logical interface. You just change the IP address, and that's that. And I'm going to say no shutdown, and that's it. Moving on with router 7. Enable configure terminal, hostname router 7, interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1, IP address 20.0.0.255.255.255.224. No, no, I just undid the host name, or 7, interface gigabit Ethernet 0/1, no shutdown. Okay, so when you use no H, apparently it removes the host name of the router, so don't use that. It's a mistake. I wanted to type no SH, but I missed the S key, so here we are. Let me configure these remaining two interfaces. Gigabit Ethernet 0/1, IP address 10.0.1.1.255.255.255.0, no shutdown, and then interface gigabit Ethernet 0/2, IP address 10.0.2.1.255.255.255.0, no shutdown. Oh, gigabit Ethernet 0/1 didn't go up for some reason. Oh, so that's because it's not gigabit Ethernet 0/1. It's gigabit Ethernet, what have I configured here? So gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Okay, let's do show run. Gigabit Ethernet 0/1 is this interface, and it should not have this IP address, so this is a wrong label here. What I'm going to do to fix that is you will find a fixed topology, so I'm going to change the clean packet tracer file so that you don't have to fix this, okay? But we will configure now. We have to fix the IP address on gigabit Ethernet 0/1 because it should be 20.0.0.2.255.255.254, and then interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0 should have the IP address of 10.0.1.255.255.255.0, no shutdown. Okay, I'm gonna save this and make sure that I change your original packet tracer file. Okay, moving on to the servers. So these servers, we will have static NAT here. So these servers will actually have a public IP address That is going to be, of course, different than this private one, but let's give them the private IPs that we will later translate into public IPs. So it's going to be 10.0.1.2 for this web1 web server. /24 is the mask, and the gateway is 10.0.1.1. And then web server 2 is going to be 10.0.2.2, 255.255.255.0, 10.0.2.1 is the gateway. Going back to these networks down here, I'm going to get into HFC network router. Enable configure terminal hostname HFCN. And then I'm going to go into Gigabit Ethernet 0/1 IP address 13.0.81.2, 255.255.255.0, no shutdown. And now on the Gigabit Ethernet 0/0 interface, we'll have IP address 183.201, 255.255.255.0, no shutdown. And then don't forget, this router needs to be a DHCP server for the HFC network clients. So we need to set up a DHCP pool. I'm going to say IP DHCP pool, and then the name can be HFCN pool, something like that. Let's name it HFC net pool. Network is 183.200, and then the mask is regular mask. I'm just checking if it's a wildcard. It gets mixed up, you know, with OSPF and EIGRP and stuff like that. So network is there. We don't have a default gateway here since we're configuring this to serve routers and not end user devices such as PCs, phones, and then servers as well. So that's pretty much it. Now moving on to HFC home, let's configure this Gigabit Ethernet 0/0 interface first. So this is the interface. Enable configure terminal hostname HFC home, Gigabit Ethernet 0/0, IP address, and then instead of typing in an IP address, we're going to use the word DHCP. And that is how this interface will become a DHCP client to this DHCP server right here. I'm going to say no shutdown and move on to Gigabit Ethernet 0/1. IP address 192.168.1.1, 255.255.255.0, no shutdown. And then this router should also be a DHCP server to these computers over here. So let's create a DHCP pool, IP DHCP pool, HFC home pool. Network is 192.168.1.0, mask is /24, and then we have a default router this time. It's 192.168.1.1. That's it. Let's configure the PCs as DHCP clients. And that's it for the cable network. Let's move on to the DSL network. We'll start with this router right here. Enable configure terminal hostname DSLN. Interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/1, IP address 730.255.255.255.252, no shutdown. Interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/0, IP address 99.0.248.1.255.255.255.0. No shutdown. Again, this router will also be a DHCP server for its DSL users or customers or whatever you want to call them. So let's start a DHCP pool, IPDHCP, IPDHCP pool. Yes, am I right? Yeah. Let's name it DSL network pool. Network is 99.0.248.0. Sorry for picking these difficult numbers. And that's it for this router. Let's go to DSL home. Hostname DSLH. Interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/0. IP address DHCP. No shutdown. Exit interface Gigabit Ethernet 0/1. IP address 192.168.1.1.255.255.255.0. No shutdown. And then we need a DHCP pool to serve these computers right here. The pool is going to be the same as on this side. You will notice that these two networks have the same network address, and we can do that because we will be using NAT. So IP DHCP pool DSL home pool network 192.168.1.0.255.255.255.0 default router 192.168.1.1. Let's configure the PCs. Tell them that they should ask for an IP address from a DHCP server. Okay, and we got a pretty good IP address, so we're happy with that. And right now, all of our IP addresses are set, all of the interfaces are up, and I'm going to stop this video right here because it's already pretty long. I'm going to continue configuring this exercise right here in the next video. I'm going to save this and upload to the next lesson. See you there.